Hi, good morning. Is my screen is visible to everyone? Can anyone confirm?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, myself Sudhakar NV. I have 9+ years of experience into SAP Security and GRC, along with S4HANA Fiori. Okay, today we will discuss about SAP Security Demo and what are the areas we can cover. We can discuss one by one. If you have any doubts in between, please let me know. Okay. Then what is SAP? If anyone knows what is SAP, any idea?
System
Yeah.
application product.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. It is a continuation form, a continuation sentence. It is not like a SAP. People outside SAP, outside background, they will intend to call us SAP, but that is not correct. It should be called as systems, applications, and products in data processing. It is a full form. When there is a proper acronym or proper name, then we need to call it as SAP, not SAP. Okay. Then what is actually SAP? The SAP fall under ERP category. Okay, there are different types of softwares available in the market. Okay, like programming languages, C++, Java, and ERP software, database software, database languages, DB2, Oracle, then operating systems, OS, Windows, Linux, like that. SAP comes under ERP category. Okay, ERP kind of software. Then what is actually ERP? Sorry? Yes, Enterprise Resource Planning. SAP comes under this ERP category. It is not a programming language. It is not a OS. It is not a database. Comes under database. It is kind of ERP software. What is actually ERP? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay. Under this ERP also, there are many softwares. Oracle we have. Oracle, it is famous for finance related applications. We have SAP, we have PeopleSoft. PeopleSoft is famous for HR related, JDA. These are the ERP softwares available in the market. Out of this, all ERP services, ERP softwares, SAP is leading the market, ERP market. If you see the facts or if you refer the history, almost 70% of the ERP market is occupied by SAP only. Almost 70%. Means in spite of its cost, one of the costliest software available in the ERP market is nothing but SAP. Okay, it is huge cost. To bear this, clients are spending a lot of money to acquire the software, but still it is occupying 70%. 70% of the ERP market. Okay, you can see here. We have already discussed that SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products. Okay, in data processing, it is a continuation form. Okay, then it falls under ERP category. It falls under ERP category. What is ERP? We have discussed. Okay, then it is almost occupied 70 to 80% of the ERP market. Okay, then in spite of we discussed, in spite of its cost, it is almost occupied 70%. Why it is occupied 70%? We'll discuss. Why it is occupied 70%? What is the advantages comparing to other ERP softwares? If we take Oracle, it is only useful for finance related activities. If any organization is there, if finance activities are there, only that one they can use. for Oracle. If you want to use for HR, you need to acquire different software. If you want to use for sales and distribution, you need to purchase again different software. Means for one organization, how they can buy different softwares? It includes use cost, right? If you want finance, Oracle, HR, PeopleSoft, like that, there are different softwares required. Only SAP provides all softwares together. Means in one organization, if you take any one organization, Coke, for example, if you take Coke, how many departments are there? Coke. Take example of DMart. If you go to DMart, visit to DMart, how many departments you can see? Sales and distribution you can see, finance department you can see, HR department you can see, marketing you can see, right? All this we can accommodate through SAP. Instead of purchasing separate software each department, SAP provides single solution to the entire business. Okay, it provides a single solution to the entire business. Due to that advantage, before 1972, there is no such software in the ERP market. Okay, SAP was started in the year 1972. Before that, there is no such software which accommodate, which helpful to entire business one software. There is no software like that earlier. SAP, that time SAP was introduced a single software for which will provide solution to entire department, all the department in the business. Okay. Then the second advantage, it it covers entire department, right? Entire departments in the business, and it will support to any database, any voice. Database means Oracle also we have database, and DB2 we have database. OS means Windows, Linux, any OS. For example, in ERP market, if you take Oracle, Oracle can support only Oracle database. It might be advantage or disadvantage, but SAP will support to any database, any OS, like that. Because of these two advantages, in spite of its cost, means it has more cost also. People are intended to buy SAP software. That is the reason why it occupies 70%. Okay. Here we are discussing about cost. SAP come up with one new idea to reduce that cost. How to reduce the cost? Then they have started this SAP New Ventures. These are the new ventures. SAP HANA, it is already developed. Okay, SAP Cloud and SAP Mobile Apps. The R&D is going on. Okay, for cloud and mobile apps. Almost cloud also in place. Okay, this HANA means till now it is using outside software. SAP don't have any their own software. It is used either Oracle software, either DB2 database software. Okay. Then they have introduced SAP HANA as this HANA is SAP's own database. It has its own database. It is already in place now. Almost everyone using SAP HANA, SAP's own database. Earlier, it is depending on the third-party databases. Okay. Then SAP Cloud. What is cloud? Anyone idea? Any idea? Cloud means in general. I'm not asking about SAP terms. In general. Yeah. It means we don't need any one dedicated office. Okay. If you purchase SAP Cloud, okay, OS they will maintain, SAP software they will maintain, they will secure your data, everything they will only secure. Means SAP. SAP will only secure everything. SAP will maintain everything. Okay. Just you don't need a dedicated office also. It is kind of remote. You can work together anywhere. Okay, like Amazon Workspace. Like that, SAP also starting SAP Cloud Workspace. What is Amazon Workspace? You just need to log in into Workspace. You no need to maintain separate software, separate server, everything. Everything inside Amazon Workspace only you can see. Like that, SAP also starting SAP Cloud. Few clients are already started, few are still doubt about it, whether they can maintain securely or not, like big clients, Bank of America, like that. Okay. Then SAP mobile apps, how we are using in our mobile, WhatsApp, Facebook, right? Like that, in mobile also in future, they will come up with apps. Okay. Any doubts? Still no? What is S4 HANA? Yeah, S4 HANA, HANA, both are similar. Okay. It is SAP's own database. Still now they're using different softwares, like they're purchasing from Oracle. Okay, they're purchasing from DB2, like that. But now they're using their own software. That is SAP S4. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one we discussed it. Why ERP? What is ERP and why ERP? Okay. Oracle is only famous for finance. PeopleSoft is only famous for HR. Okay. But SAP can provide solution to any department, any domain. Okay. If you have finance, HR, marketing, sales and distribution, everything, only one software is enough. That's why it is occupied 75%. And SAP is compatible with any OS, any database. Okay. We have different OSs, right? Windows, Linux, Unix, and databases, Oracle, DB2, SQL. SAP can work on any database, any OS. Okay. Then we have taken this example, right? We have material department, purchase department, HR department. If you go to DMart, all this department, we need to use one software. We can use only one software, that is SAP. Okay. Clear so far? Any doubts, anyone? Online? Santosh, Ventesh, Parvati, Joshna, Mahesh.
No doubts.
Okay. Then what is SAP? What is our jobs? How many types of jobs are there in SAP? We'll see. Still now, we have seen general information, right? Then we'll see what are the jobs we have and SAP comes under which category we can see. Okay. We can see here the SAP jobs are categorized into three categories. One is SAP admins. Okay. The second one is SAP technical, and the third one is SAP functional. Okay. SAP basis, you might aware or not, SAP security. Okay. These two comes under admin. Means our security comes under admin. Kind of admin job. Okay. We are not the developers, we are not the functional coding, we are the admins. Okay. We'll discuss more about SAP security later. Okay. Anyway, our subject is SAP security, right? Then what is basis? Okay. If any client, take example of Maruti Suzuki or Honda, if they're planning to acquire SAP, they're planning to implement SAP into their business. Okay. The first team who is going to contact with the client, okay, with the Maruti Suzuki is SAP basis. What they will discuss? They will gather the information. Means how many departments are there in Maruti Suzuki? How many users are there? What are the levels are there? Level means junior executive, sales executive, okay, senior executive, manager, regional manager, like that. Okay. Why they need this information? For each and every user, they have different roles and responsibilities. Manager has different roles, right? Sales executive has different. Okay. Regional manager has different. Okay. Like that, they will gather the information, which are all roles they have. How many departments are there in that business? Like that, the first team who is going to contact with the client or business is SAP based. They will gather the information. They will only install the SAP software based on the requirements. I mean, client requirements. Okay, they will suggest you need SAP FICO for finance department, SAP SD for sales and distribution. Okay, SAP HR for HR department. Like that, they will give the one a brief explanation or suggestion to the client. Then client will give the approval based on their requirement. We need this. Okay, we have this requirement. Like that, they will give up. Once they will give the approval, then the SAP basis team will install the software. Then they will install the few user IDs. I mean, add the user IDs. Okay. Then our actual will work will start. SAP security will came into picture. Then we are going to set up the users, set up the roles. For example, 100 users are there, Maruti Suzuki showroom. Okay. For that 100 users, we need to create the user IDs and password. Okay. Then what is their role? For junior executive, we need to give one kind of role, display kind of role. For manager, we need to give edit access across the wherever their business are there, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, like that, all the location access we need to give for manager. Okay, if it is regional manager, we need to give entire different countries also. They have expanded their business. Means all the countries access we need to give that regional manager, like that. Okay. Then what is we'll discuss SAP security more. What is technical? Under technical, we can see only one SAP ABAP. In entire SAP, we have only one coding language, that is ABAP coding language. Entire SAP is written in the ABAP language, ABAP coding language. We have only one programming language, we have only one coding, that is SAP ABAP in the entire SAP. There is no other coding jobs are there. Only one coding job, that is ABAP. Okay. Then what ABAP will do? Customization. Okay, once you install SAP software, it will come by default. Okay, if you want to modify something in that, then you need customization. For example, take example of if you purchase a flat, okay, they will give just flat. Then furniture when you need to keep and furniture, almaras, that everything you only decide, right? That is your customization. Like that, SAP will give their standard software according to our business requirement, according to client business requirement. We can modify. We means ABAP. ABAP team will customize the things in SAP. Then what is functional? You might aware. Functional means FICO, MM, material management, SD, sales and distribution, production planning, HR. This all comes under functional teams. Okay, clear? How many categories of the jobs in SAP? SAP offers these three kinds of jobs. We comes under admin, we add a basis. Under technical, we can see above. Functional as usual. Who did MBA finance, marketing? Those people will go with functional. Okay. Then the people are who has good knowledge in programming, coding, then they will go for ABAP. We come under SAP security. For SAP security, we don't need any coding knowledge. Okay, any coding language not required for SAP security. Okay, then what is our roles and responsibilities? What we can do as a SAP security admins? What we can do? Anyone, any idea? You heard something?
Yeah, we need to provide responsibilities, permissions, like that.
Sorry.
So, SAP security will provide permissions.
Yes, exactly. What we can do is once SAP software is installed, we need to create the user. Okay, with the details like first name, last name, okay, email ID, okay, like that we can create the user IDs, and for that users we need to assign the role, correct role. Okay, for a junior executive we cannot give the manager role, correct? That is violation. It breaches the business activity. He can misuse that activity, right? Manager require only manager role. Okay, edit access. But junior executive only display access with the minimal access is enough. Like that, which user, which access we need to give, that we are going to decide. Okay. For example, let me show you. Yeah. SAP Security Admin roles and responsibilities. These are the responsibility. First one is user administration. Means user creation. Once we create the user, we need to modify the user. If password reset is required, we need to reset the password. Okay. If we want to lock the user for some time due to maintenance activity, some monthly once patching activity, maintenance activities will going on, right? That time we need to lock the user. We need to unlock the user. Password reset. Okay. Then role assignment. If you want user need additional roles or you want a new role, then we are assigning the roles. Okay. That comes under user administration. That is our daily job. User creation, modification, deletion, locking, unlocking, password resetting, role assignment. These are daily jobs. We are doing daily. Then role administration. Role administration is nothing but role creation. Sales manager, one role we need to create. Junior executive, one role we need to create. Okay, regional manager, one role we need to create. Same way for HR department. HR junior, clerk, manager, like that we need to create. Okay, role creation, modification, then role deletion if required. That will do. Troubleshooting activities. We'll discuss one by one user administration means in detail. Just I'm giving heads up over here in the roles and responsibility. Okay. Troubleshooting activities. What are the troubleshooting activities means? For example, user is unable to log in into system. Why? We need to analyze that. We need to connect with the user. We need to ask the user to share his screen. Okay, in the screen share, we need to check whether user given the right user ID, right password. If required, we need to reset the password and again we need to give him. For example, if user ID is locked, if we give wrong attempts, means 3 attempts if we give, user will give 3 wrong password, then it will automatically lock. Because SAP is designed like that. If unauthorized person is using that, if it is 3 times he has given the wrong password, means he is whether right person or not, SAP don't know, right? That's why it will lock. Then SAP security came into picture, means us. Then we will unlock the user ID. User change the password. He himself cannot change the password. We are the people who is dedicated team to change the password, to create the user. Okay. You just do what is this activity. If it is finance guy, he can do only finance related activity. Okay. He cannot modify the user. He cannot assign roles himself. We are one dedicated team, right? Each and everything here segregated, not with the one team. It is everything segregated. Okay. Finance guy only finance activities can do. He cannot do basis or security duties like that. Okay. Whether he has given the wrong password, like that, we need to troubleshoot. Whether he has given the client number correctly, user ID correctly, password correctly, that we can check using troubleshooting activities. That we call it as troubleshooting activities. Okay. User administration in detail. What we can do. First, we'll create the user. What is user administration? Okay. Take example of Gmail ID. If you want to create the Gmail ID, what are the mandatory things?
First name, last name.
Exactly. In SAP also, we have certain parameters. These are the mandatory fields. We require email ID compulsory, last name, password, user type. That we'll discuss later. But user creation, we need how we are using Gmail ID. It is similar kind of activity what we are doing in the SAP. I'm not saying similar means don't say whether it is similar or not. Okay, just I'm giving heads up. Okay, it is kind of similar how we are using Gmail. For example, if you take go to Gmail, okay, create Gmail account. If you go to create, okay, create account. for personal use. Okay. Here it is asking first name, then followed by last name. Sometimes it will ask date of birth. Yes. And which email ID want to set up, like that. How we are seeing here user ID creating, right? Like that in SAP also, if user trying to log in into SAP, you need one user ID. That we are doing as a SAP security. We are going to create the user ID. We are going to create the reset the password. We are going to give access. Okay, which tab we want to go? Which tab we need to restrict him? For example, take in Honda showroom, okay, junior executive, sales executive is there, manager is there. For executive, they can give access till that office only, okay, till that one location. For example, Nepal, it was there, okay, Honda showroom. In that particular location only, he can access, he can sell and service whatever it might be, he can access the data in the system. But manager, he can access Hebbal as well as Hoskote as well as Bellandur, any location, right? Because he's the manager, he has additional roles and responsibilities. He has additional access. That also we can decide in the SAP security. Okay, which user we can give access, which user we can restrict, where he can access, where he can restrict. That also we are going to decide through this role assignment. Okay, user creation, user modification, user lock unlock, user password reset. Okay, then role assignment to the user. These are the user administration activities. These are daily. We might get daily or we can get 2 days once, like that. Okay, then what is role administration? This is user administration example I have given. If we take email ID, we can create an email ID and we can set the password. We can grant access to inbox. For example, we want to restrict. Then outbox you cannot access. That we can restrict through roles. Then secure the data. Okay, we need to secure the data by giving some authorization to their data. Okay, that we can do through SAP security. That I have given the example for user admin. Then role administration, same way we can create the role. Okay, based on the client requirement or business requirement. How many departments are there? What are the career levels are there? Executive, senior executive, manager, regional manager. Okay, CEO. Okay, different roles are there, right? Based on their roles, their responsibilities, their activities, we can create the roles in SAP system. Then modify. For example, in finance, we have given create sales order. Okay, if they want to need additional access into that role, okay, change also. Then we can modify the role. Okay, modification. Then profile generation. Profile generation is nothing but once you create the role, you need to activate that role, right? If you opt for internet banking, you need to activate your account, right? Same way, once you create the role, you need to activate by generating the profile for that. We will discuss the next classes in detail. Then deletion. If you want to delete that role, you can delete. Transportation. For example, you have 5 systems are there. Okay, or 3 systems are there. Take example of 3 or 2 systems. You need the same role into different systems also. Instead of creating each and every system, you can just transport. Okay, what does it mean? For example, if you go to DMart, okay, there you have certain goods and services. Okay, take example of books. Books are there. If you take in Bellandur, we have DMart. Assume it. I'm not sure whether it is there or not. In Bellandur, you have DMart. There you have enough stock. Okay. Same stock is not available in Martali branch. Then instead of again ordering, you can transport from one location to another location, right? Like that, similar way, we can transport the role from one system to another system instead of creating. Creating means it will take a lot of time again. We need to gather the information again, we need to create. Cloning. Yeah, cloning, copying, just copying. Same data we can copy, transport it. from one system to another system. It is easy our job. It will make easy our job. Okay, that is transportation.
We will do the modification wherever we want.
Yeah. Yeah, based on the system requirement, if you want to modify the same role, you can modify once you transport it. Okay, that we call it as transportation. Okay, as of now, what we discussed, user administration we have discussed, role administration we have discussed. Okay, what we can do, then troubleshooting activities. These three are the main activities of SAP security. Okay, troubleshooting activities. What we can troubleshoot? For example, user saying I'm unable to log in into system. Okay, that is one issue. As a security, we need to resolve that issue. Whether user given wrong password, whether user given the right user ID or not. Okay, whether he is trying to log in into the system which he has the access. Okay, what in which system he has access, that system only he need to log in. If he try to log in into other system, it will throw error. If you have account, for example, if you have account in ICICI Bank, you need to log in into ICICI mobile app only. If you try to log in the SBI YONO app, it won't work, right? Same way, whether he is logging into correct system, SAP system or not, that also we can check. These are the troubleshooting act. This comes under troubleshooting act. Unable to log in into system. These are the reasons what we discussed now. Unable to execute the T code. In SAP, each and everything is related with T codes. If you want to create one user, you need to use the T code. If you want to create the role, you need to use the T code. Okay, if you want to troubleshoot also, you can use the T code. Okay, this is not a rocket science. You don't need to worry. Everything we have T code. How to troubleshoot also, for troubleshooting also we have T code. In the T code only you will get what access is there already, what access is missing. Okay, like that. For example, I will give one example. If you're trying to book a bus ticket, okay, it will show, right, how many seats are available, how many is already occupied. That will show with color something, or if you go to cursor somewhere, it will show, right? Like that in SAP also, what access user already has, what is missing, everything it will show. Just you need to focus, you need to analyze the things. You don't need coding language, you don't need extra knowledge. Just you need to focus and you need to analyze the things. That's it. Okay, no need to worry about SAP security is not big science something. Okay, that we can do using troubleshooting activities. Then unable to perform certain functions under the T code. For example, he has one T code access. Under that T code, he is able to display. That's it. He cannot modify something. He cannot create something. Then also we need to analyze. Okay. In his roles, whether he has display access, edit access. He has only display access. So he cannot modify something, he cannot create something. Then we need to assign the respective role, which role has the create and edit access. We can check and we can assign. Okay. Clear so far? Anyone, any doubt? This is just heads up what we are doing as a SAP security. Okay. We'll discuss in detail more. If we have any queries also we can discuss. Every day from starting onward, you need to, the before class start only, we have one doubt session. Okay, there you can ask. If you come in person, then we can discuss. That is also fine. Okay, thank you. Anyone, any queries, please?
Hi, Sudhar, Mahesh Babu.
Hi, Mahesh.
Hi. How is market in GS security?
Yeah, we have minimum 2 years is required. We have good market. There are a lot of things going on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, minimum 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. This is Santosh Kumar.
Hi, Santosh.
So, as of my knowledge, the GRC end 2026, right? So
Sorry,
maybe. So the GRC end the 2026, right? So
2026.
Yeah.
See, SAP also they have intended to end Oracle database in 2020 only. Okay, but still they are using, many clients are using, not yet migrated to HANA. Okay, I didn't see anything related to GRC. It is going to end up in 26. Okay, GRC means what? Whatever we are doing here manually in security, that will automate through GRC. Okay, GRC will be there forever when this security will be there.
So and the advances that is a S4 HANA will be updated, right?
Yeah, that is latest version of SAP Security. HANA database they are using. It is similar, same, everything will be similar until unless look and feel the functionalities.
So
Okay,
as of my this is a course under SAP S4 HANA is also required. Is that
not
is it?
required, not required. SAP Security, this we call it as R3 Security or ECC Security. To get into the first step, this is sufficient.
So we don't discuss about S4 HANA, right?
No, we are not discussing. That you need, if any extra class means that will take one class. Okay, that is not major and it will won't take more time, but we are discussing R3 security only and GRC access control.
Nowadays, every client will go on S4 HANA only.
Sorry.
Nowadays, move to every client.
Yeah,
Move to
not everyone. If you are using, if you are still using R3 security, there are a bunch of openings for R3 security. There are bunch of openings for S4 security, both. Okay, any others?
and what about access server access?
That you can connect with institute. Okay, institute people will help you. They will give you contact. You
Okay.
can get it.
How many days duration, Sudhakar?
This will be 2 months. 2 months means 45 to 50 working days will complete the courses, security as well as GRC.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, the interview preparation will starting from day one. If I discuss one topic, okay, if anything comes under interview point of view, I will give you the question over there, okay, and I will give you the assessments as well. Then I will give you the answers. You can prepare yourself, you can note down, and you can take it. Okay, not at the course end, okay, like that. Okay, here in my classes, everything will be starting from day one. Interview preparation also will start from day one. If we discuss one topic means in that topic, if any interview point of questions will come, I will give then and there only. Okay, then I will give answers as well. You can prepare yourself and you can prepare for it from day one onwards. And at the course end, will take mock interviews if required. Okay, how the interviews will be handled. We'll take the mock interviews and we'll help you the people. Resume building also will help you. Okay.
And every topic you will provide a notes also, right?